Hi, DTM Navin. Good morning.
Last meeting, right? DTM Sourav took it.
You need some
So
to give
why
it
you are
right.
using that like tripod?
Tripod was for the camera.
Yeah.
That was on a tripod,
Right.
fixed on a this thing.
So camera is not there.
Camera is not there. If you would have told me I had a spare camera, same camera I had my personal one at home, I would have not. I need some height for the speaker view. We can use the same device. Maybe no, we don't need an extra one.
Hi, good morning,
Hi, good morning. Who's this?
Saurav.
Ajay, Saurav. सौरभ you have the stand at home वो जो लैपटॉप का स्टैंड था
Yeah, I took that, but I didn't think that I will not be able to come. I'm so sorry.
अच्छा
I have it at home. Will you be able to manage or tell me what should I do? I don't know. I mean, it was also a little too sudden. I didn't have any preparation. I was actually all ready to come. Can you manage or what do you suggest I do?
whatever we have we will manage from that, that's not a problem.
Do we have any speakers there?
Yeah, we have Ankur coming in here. I'll manage. इसका वॉल्यूम इतना कम क्यों है? Are you speaking slow, Saurav? Try
Uh, I think so.
try
1 second, 1 second.
आप ना वॉल्यूम बढ़ाओ, वो वॉल्यूम बहुत कम लग रहा है.
अभी ठीक है?
हाँ ठीक है ठीक है. So that's our listening view.
Good morning, DTM Navin. Thank you for joining, sir, after a long, long, long time.
Yeah, thank you. It is my pleasure. Like in fact, I'll get to again reevaluate my grammarian skills probably after a year. It's been almost a year now. Yeah.
Thank you so much, sir, for joining us. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, I'll just I'll keep myself muted and my video off, and I'm here. All right? Yeah.
Yes. Sure.
Okay, you can take your seat. I saw it's not. That's with all. I think everyone is on their way, so no one is carrying the laptop.
You know what, Nancy? Do
Hmm.
this. I'll give you an idea.
1 minute. लैपटॉप को हाइट देना है थोड़ा सा, वो थोड़ा सा हाइट, तो आप कोई बॉक्स या बुक्स कुछ भी होगा पिल्लो पे बंद हो जाएगा लैपटॉप, वो हीट की प्रॉब्लम, प्लास्टिक वाला जो या बुक्स जैसा कुछ. जैसे यहाँ पे बॉक्स वैसा है तो बड़ा बॉक्स है but mine so you laptop Prasang. Nirmita.
Toastmasters.
Yes. This is for the time stay on.
Nancy, I'll give you an idea. Come here. You don't need it. You don't need anything.
बोलो.
ये है ना वो एकदम टेबल का लास्ट में भेज दो. निर्मिता, Go and stand near that end of that, in front of the window. Why is the internet, is my internet flaky or yours? Yeah.
That we don't know.
Yeah. Okay. So now, Nirmita, you speak from there. Today is a good day. 1, 2, 3. Today is a good day.
2, 3.
Yeah. Now, वो पीछे का curtain pull कर दो कोई. Pull the curtain at the back. नहीं चाहिए होगा. छोड़ दो. Nancy, not required. This is good enough.
ठीक है, thank you भैया.
अभी फिर से बोलो. Today is a good day. 1, 2, 3 with hand gestures.
You use this mic any which ways it will work.
हाँ, वही वॉल्यूम का थोड़ा इशू आ रहा था, बट स्पीच का इट्स परफेक्टली फाइन एक्चुअली.
So today is a good day. 1, 2, 3.
Lovely, beautiful. Shalin, is it good for a speaker?
But I'm not able to look at her, like I'm not able to notice her expressions, and movement is fine, but expressions I'm not able to see.
Okay, that is one thing that we will have to kind of live with a little bit. Who is her evaluator?
Paduka.
Paduka is joining offline, right? Yeah. So I think that is one thing that we'll have to see. Acha, you come this side once.
Which side?
Come this side, Nirmita.
Hi, good morning.
Here. I will keep this. Now I
No,
think.
this is a normal one. This is perfectly fine.
Okay.
Yeah, this is perfectly fine. Yeah. ठीक है.
So,
Which one? There or here?
if you are also speaker, no? Both the speakers are offline. One evaluator is offline and one evaluator is online.
एक काम करो फिर यहीं पे रखो आप, ठीक है? नैन्सी आप इस तरफ बैठो and I will manage the Zoom जितना हो सके.
I need someone to handle Zoom. Prasang is already handling Zoom. He's hi, good morning. He's a TTM, so he will need support there.
I will handle Zoom.
But this is fine for audio and for this thing is fine from the audience.
Yeah.
Only thing is online speakers won't be able to see the audience view because now I'll have to switch camera all the time.
Yeah, that is okay. So one thing is, if you can, that's why I'm saying you sit on this side. So you will be able to switch on you have to change the camera. Online speakers ज़्यादा है नहीं. I am there as the general evaluator. मैं एक ही बार बोलूंगा फिर लास्ट में बोलूंगा. और बाकी जो भी मतलब मैक्सिमम ऑनलाइन ही है. तो आपका ऑफलाइन में सिर्फ आपका ये है the essay, 2 speakers and 1 evaluator. Correct?
Essay, 2 speakers, yes.
Yeah. So you just manage that. Only for those people it will be this. Rest के लिए कैमरा घुमा देना.
ठीक
आप
है.
इस तरफ बैठो, ठीक है? Thank you everyone for being accommodative. Appreciate.
We are good. Audio video all set.
All set. अभी घुमा दो कैमरा. Okay, Parani is coming there in person.
Go back. Better. Yeah. Okay.
Do we have a meeting passcode? It's asking in web mode.
Yeah, meeting passcode I can give you. One second.
Everyone,
It's
let's
7806290.
Okay, we are starting the meeting. Please go on mute.
Good morning, fellow Toastmaster and guest. A warm welcome to meeting number 238 of the Gabbys Toastmaster Club. I am Toastmaster Prasang, your Sergeant at Arms for the today meeting. As Sergeant at Arms, it is my duty to highlight some key points. First, The meeting is blocked for 2 hours, urging you to stay for the entire duration to get the maximum benefit. Second, your video should be on, your audio should be off. Only unmute yourself when you need to speak or call to speak. Regarding the topic of sex, politics, and religion, even though Toastmaster International does not put any restriction, at the Gabby Toastmaster Club, we request all the speakers and role takers to be mindful while speaking on these topics and abstain from creating any controversies. Our club mission, we provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. Now, I would like to hand over the meeting to our presiding officer, DTM Sourav Dutta. Before I hand over, I would like to introduce the presiding officer, DTM Sourav Dutta. DTM Sourav Dutta is a two-time distinguished Toastmaster and one of a few in the world to have completed all 11 Toastmaster pathways. A decorated speaker and mentor. He has been district first runner-up in evaluation, division champion in both evaluation and international speech, and area champion in table topic. His leadership roles include President, Distinguished Division Director, and Distinguished Area Director, alongside honors such as Outstanding Toastmaster of the Year, Spearhead Award, and Grand Slam Master Mentor Award. Sourav is known for building high-performing clubs and inspiring excellence across the Toastmaster movement. Now let's welcome our presiding officer, DTM Sourav Dutta, with a round of applause.
Thank you so much. That's our Sergeant at Arms, Toastmaster Prasang Mani. So let me first invite the guests who have joined us today. But before I invite the guests, my sincere apologies for not being able to be there in person. And I appreciate the on-site team, all of you, for doing the improvisations that you had to do for that. Appreciate that. So before I invite the non-Toastmaster guests and guests of other meeting of other clubs, let me invite someone who's really, really special to all of us, particularly to me. He's back to the Gabbys after a long, long, long time. I don't know which city he is in right now. I knew him when he was in when he was in Singapore. I think then he moved to Jaipur for good, or I'm not too sure. So that is distinguished Toastmaster Navin Parwal. Navin, sir. Yeah. So thank you and welcome back to the Gabbys. And I must say that whatever you see about our grammarian reports, whatever you see, and we have heard a lot of good things about our grammarian reports from a lot of you that people have appreciated. So if you have ever wondered where did Gabbys learn this from, so here is the person on the screen, DTM Navin Parwal, who's responsible for us to create those grammarian reports. So it all started with him. He taught us that the grammarian report can actually go beyond this is good, this is bad, and all that. So we absolutely, like selfish magpies, we copied from him. So DTM Navin, thank you so much for joining us. It's a very humbling experience every time you join us. Thank you, sir. And and we'll come back to your introduction in a short while. And I do hear that there are a couple of guests in the room. So Nancy, would you want to have them?
I'll just pass on the mic for them to introduce themselves. Yes, they can see you. Okay.
We can see you. We can see you. Please go ahead.
Yeah, hi everyone. So I am Ashwin Shivaprasad. So I am from Kerala. So I'm currently working as an architect here for 1 year in Bangalore. So like when I was in school, I used to be part of the, the Gavel units of Toastmasters. So I thought I'll get back in and see how it works over here. So that's the reason I'm here and glad to be part of the same. So yeah, thanks.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Ashwin, for joining us. I see one more guest in the room. Are you Toastmaster, sir?
Hello.
Yes.
If
Hello.
you're referring to husband, yes.
Yes, I'm
I'm
referring to you.
from district. Okay. Hi. I'm a Toastmaster from District 92,
Okay.
and I belong to a corporate club in CME called Eloquent Voices of CME. I'm the Sergeant at Arms. We've just started the club probably about a month or so. Been a part of a couple of the other Toastmasters Club meetings as well, the Rajaji Nagar Club and a couple of other corporate clubs. Inquisitive to know what's happening at Gabbys, so just here.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Toastmaster Arvind. I see one person in person there. I guess you are our role taker, right? Today you are the joke master.
Role taker?
Yeah, joke master.
Okay, he's
Yeah,
the master.
yeah. So yeah, can you please quickly introduce yourself?
Hi, good morning all. I am Parani Rajan from TCS Maitri Chevy Evaluators. I am a mechanical automobile engineer. I came here to how you people copied good things from Grammary and Navin. So I wanted to take good things from Gabby's club too and implement copy paste into our club. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And if I may, there's a lot of things that we have copy pasted from your club to our club. TCS Maitri Chevy Orators
Yes.
has been one of the first clubs that we have interacting with. When we started off, in fact, a demo meeting, if I remember correctly, was hosted by TCS Maitri Chevy Orators. So even before DTM Navin could come us and teach us how to do the grammarian role the right way, you taught us that there is something called a grammarian role in the first place. So you are like our kindergarten teachers, and DTM Navin was our graduation teacher. So again, a very humbling experience to have all our teachers today in the same. I don't know if it's 1st November, like 14th November, something like that. But yeah, I'm feeling 5th September, right? That's the Teachers' Day. So I feel
Yes.
the Teachers' Day, every one of you coming here. Thank you so much. I see DTM Mary Thomas. DTM Mary, if you would want to introduce yourself, please.
Hi, everyone. I'm coming in from the Philippines, and I was interested in the topic. Now, who am I? Because I'm in a process of discovery, and I know Sravan, so I wanted to hear what he's going to say. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, DTM Mary, for joining us. I see Nityanand Roy, Ankur Rana, Sandeep Gaonkar, quite a few guests today. If you would want to quickly introduce yourself, please, any one of you. Ankur, you can go. Okay, Nityanand.
Hi, hello, all the fellow Toastmasters. I am from Siemens Sarjapur Toastmasters Club. I'm a VP PR there. I could not help but notice the theme of this call. Who am I? I have been following Ramana Maharshi for quite long time, and I just could not help, and I just joined it just to see that what the theme is going to be talked about, it is going to be concluded, and probably I could use the same theme in my Toastmaster Club as well.
Lovely, lovely. Absolutely love the fact that there are so many people joining us because of the theme. Shravan, good job with that. Okay, so who's the next person? Sandeep Gaonkar?
Hi, Saurabh.
Hi.
Hi. Hi.
Would you want to quickly introduce yourself?
I'm Sandeep Kankar, and I'm from OpenText Toastmaster Club.
Ah,
It's been 1 year, and I am privileged to meet you personally last week.
oh, lovely.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that was Sandeep. Okay, I now remember. Yes, Sandeep. Thank you so much. It was your birthday, right?
No, my other person.
Okay. I'm mixing up on the names. There were quite a few people there in the room that day.
It's thought of joining this club and learn from you guys.
Oh, yeah, Sandeep. Now I know you. Yeah.
Right.
Obviously. You came for a TT also. You attempted a TT.
Right.
Lovely. Okay. So we are going to now quickly move on with the meeting, and I'm going to start with the first role for the day. And the first role for the day is that of a joke master. So here's the thing about the Gabby's joke master role. It's a no pressure role because we always promise not to laugh on your jokes. So you don't need to worry if my jokes will be good enough for people to laugh on them because we have decided not to. So try your luck and see if you can make us laugh, but no pressure. And for doing that, we have our joke master for today. And our joke master for today is Toastmaster Parani Rajan. Parani is from the TCS Maitri Chevy Orators Club, has been a dedicated Toastmaster for the last 4 years. He's a hobby artist and a genuine lover of humanity. finds joy in making others happy through meaningful conversations or the quiet comfort of silence. Let's see if Parani can make us happy and gay at the same time today. Over to you, Toastmaster Parani.
I'm audible.
Yes, you are.
I'm visible, right?
Yes, you are.
I'm laughable.
We'll see to that.
Thank you. Because you people are already having some thing not to laugh. But I had bigger challenge than you. That's my wife and daughter. They never laugh at my jokes. So this and all simple for me. Do you have pet from your childhood? Anybody? What? Which pet? Dog. You? Cow. Cow. Wow. Well. Anybody from online? Okay.
Dog.
Yeah. Dog. Okay. That's a universal pet, right? You?
Siblings.
Sibling. Oh, she's more dangerous, sir. But when I was 9 years old, I had a pet. Not a dog, not a cat, not even a fish, not even siblings. Any guesses, guys?
Cockroach.
Okay. Any other guess?
Snake.
No. Yeah? Oh, no, not that much. It's a chicken.
Oh.
I had a chicken as my pet. Her name was Sheila. He is my first girlfriend. It's about Sheila ki kahani. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Sheila is not a broiler one like you people are eating. She is a stout country hen with wooden brown color. We would play, run, even talk. Well, I talk, she glade. Okay. But everything goes well. One day she started incubating eggs. Overnight, she turned into a feathery monster and bouncer. She guarded her eggs like a royal treasure, and nobody was never allowed to go near. Not even me. One day, afternoon, I lay down the ground like this and observed her like a Discovery Geographic, National Geographic mode. But she pecked on my nose and left a scare. The lesson? Don't mess with the mom on her maternity leave.
Good morning,
Anything?
fellow Toastmaster.
Yeah, I thought Sheila came again. Something. So later some days, she hatched 7 chicks. 3 or 4 exactly like Sheila. And rest 4 were pure white. Maybe some broiler twist, we don't know. These chicks are very beautiful. And they run, kudu run here and there, everywhere. Like rolling eggs with legs. Very beautiful. Sheila led them like a queen and guarded her by spreading her wings and scanning skies like a radar, a mini angry radar to protect them from crows and eagles. Her town life was tough. Despite all of her care, the chicks were disappears one by one. By crows, some by disease, some by nature. I don't remember them all. But I remember her only. Sheila lived a long and strong life until one day she landed on my plate as chicken curry. Sorry. My dear Sheila became a deep fried cola. I was crying like anything on that day. Don't know. My pet came as my dinner, but my grandma took a bite of it. It's too old, too fat, and too tough. She also left already. But Sheila stayed in our memory forever. She taught a lesson how to be a protector of your kids. And she pet my nose, and she gave parenting advice indirectly also. For a 9-year-old kid, even a chicken was Wonder Woman. Nowadays, we lost the magic to see simple things, see the magic in simple things. It's time to bring it back. And one more lesson, don't get too much attracted to your food. Thank you.
Thank you so much. That was actually a non-veg joke. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Parani, for this joke. And we did this a quick time for us to hand over the stage to the Toastmaster of the day, who will be talking more on the theme. And the theme is something which is a retrospective, an introspective kind of a theme, where we are going to probably retrospective as well, because a lot of the introspection will come from the retrospection, where we will talk about, who are we, why are we here? And I think this platform is the perfect platform for do this kind of reflection, because this is where a lot of people realize our true strengths and our true opportunities, thanks to the wonderful team of rail takers that we will have today to take the meeting forward, starting with our Toastmaster of the day. Our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Sravan, is an experienced IT professional with experience in compliance and governance. He's a dedicated Toastmaster, leading with clarity and confidence, a musician at heart, blending precision with creative brilliance. Over to you, Toastmaster Sravan, for taking the meeting forward.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sourav. I hope I am audible and visible to all of you. A top commando is a Jackie Chan, survives a planned aircraft crash, a cover-up for a scandal involving his corrupt chief, but he loses his memory and wakes up in a remote African jungle. With no identity, he becomes, who am I? He starts questioning, who am I? Even he do not remember his name itself, wandering between survival instincts and flashes of past life, while unknown mercenaries hunt him like shadows of his forgotten self. Each battle is both a fight for life and a meditation on the void of identity. Who is the soldier without his mission? As he unravels the conspiracy behind the crash, he learns that the real enemy is not just the bad guys, but the false masks of power and betrayal. In the end, saving the world isn't his victory, remembering his true self is. How many of you watched this movie, 1998 movie, Who Am I, written and directed by Jackie Chan? It's a must watch movie. Can anybody raise your hand who had watched that movie? Nobody?
I've watched in bits
All
and
right.
pieces.
Bits and pieces. It's really a wonderful thematic movie which can send the message of past life after death also, from the Eastern philosophy to the West. That was a wonderful movie. You should watch it. In many ways, Jackie Chan's journey mirrors our own lives. We are born with no memory of our past karma, yet every challenge we face, be it betrayal, fear, or sudden chaos, emerges from unseen roots. Just like a Jackie Chan fights shadows without knowing their sources. We battle unexpected problems, often unaware that they are echoes of past actions. When he asks, who am I? It's the same question we all must ask amid confusion, ego, and false identities. The real triumph lies not in defeating external enemies, but in transcending the inner ones, fear, doubt, and the illusions of control, until we discover the pure self beyond memory and karma. In that movie, one dialogue is there. The dialogue, he was in a chaos, and somebody will ask him, We approach him. Do you want to know who am I? He says. Do you want to know who am I? I am also want to know who am I, he says. So that was the dialogue. That was the dialogue brings a laughter as well as an introspection. Fellow Toastmasters and my dear guests, with that, I would like to say a happy morning to all of you. Today's theme, Who Am I? Can all of you close your eyes for a moment? Close your eyes and just think what is happening inside you. You have shuttered all external world and you started just listening my words and breathing yourself. And few thoughts are passing on your mind. So this is all gives you a glimpse that with closed eyes and in a deep sleep, when you are sleeping in a deep sleep, what is that your identity? Can you identify yourself, your name? Can you recognize your name, your form, and your identity about your wealth or health or whatever it is, external world? At present, you're listening. The one person is listening when you with your closed eyes. Who is that person when you are in sleep? Just think about that. When you're in a deep sleep, where this person had gone, when you're in a deep sleep. Now, with closed eyes, you're able to listen to my words, understand, and you also have a focus on your breath and also in your senses. But when you are in a deep sleep, where is this person go? Think about that. We will get back on this thing, and you can open your eyes now, and then let us see the external world. And we will go to the next segment of today, is a prepared speeches segment. We will continue and deep dive into that, try to search who is that person, where that person had gone. Now, to evaluate the quality parameters of this meeting, we have a general evaluator for today, who is DTM Sourav Dutta, who is going to evaluate this meeting. Let me introduce the general evaluator. DTM Sourav Dutta is a two-time distinguished Toastmaster and a winner of multiple speech contests, having completed all 11 Toastmasters pathways. With over 20 years of leadership at HP, Target, and JCPenney, he now leads Practive, a social enterprise he founded in 2020. His work focuses on training and business growth for students, MSMEs, and women entrepreneurs. Above all, he is a proud father to a budding 10-year-old cricketer who inspires his passion for learning and leadership. Toastmaster Sourav Dutta, stage is yours. Please share your role objectives today.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Sravan. So let me first explain my role a little bit for the benefit of the guest who has joined us today. But I know he has been a Gavel Club member. So pretty much the same structure that we follow here, where we have, as the Toastmaster of the day mentioned, that there is a general evaluator, and my job is to basically evaluate the meeting right from the start till the very end. In fact, since I have also got a privy to what happens before the meeting within the club, the meeting organ, the group, the ROLETAKERS group, and so on, I'll have some comments on that as well. So let me first now introduce the people in my team who are going to help me run this meeting today, evaluate this meeting, starting with our timer for today. Our timer for today is Toastmaster Suchita Nagar. Suchita is originally from Delhi, now has made Mumbai her home, a dedicated talent acquisition partner, and at a prominent medical device company. She excels in her professional role. And outside of work, she cherishes her time exploring new destinations and creating memorable moments with her child. So if anyone needs parenting tips or if anyone needs a new job, Suchita is your person. So Suchita, over to you to explain us the timing protocols, please.
Thank you, DTM Toastmaster Sourav Dutta. Good morning, fellow Toastmaster. and dear guest. I will time the table topic, speaker, former speeches, and the evaluation. I will also alert each speaker of the time they have left using green, yellow, and red card, which denotes specific times remaining. For the icebreaker speech, the time is 4 to 6 minutes. At 4 minutes, I will raise green card. At 5 minutes, I will raise yellow card. At 6 minutes, I will raise red card. For the other speeches, the time is 5 to 7 minutes. At 5 minutes, I will raise a green card. At 6 minutes, I will raise a yellow card. At 7 minutes, I will raise a red card. 30 minutes is a grace period for after the speech. For the table topic, the timing is 1 to 2 minutes. Sorry, 2 minutes. At the 2 minutes, 1 minute, I will raise a green card. At 1 minute 30 seconds, I will raise a yellow card. At 2 minutes, I will raise a red card. For the evaluation, the time is between 2 to 3 minutes. At 2 minutes, I will raise a green card. At 2 minutes 30 seconds, I will raise a yellow card. At 3 minutes, I will raise a red card. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Suchita, for explaining your role. Just a quick correction. It's not 30 minutes of grace time. That would be a lot. It's 30 seconds of grace time.
30 seconds. Yeah.
30 seconds of grace time on either sides, except for table topic where the minimum time is 1 minute and not 30 seconds. Otherwise, it's a 30 seconds of grace time on both the lower end and the upper end of the spectrum. And now we'll move on to a very special role that we have at the Gabbys, which is the language evaluator role, which is kind of a combination of the R counter role and the grammarian role that you see in other clubs. Why so? Because this role extensively talks about your English usage. And for this, we have got one of the best from across the world, which is Distinguished Toastmaster Navin Parwal. Distinguished Toastmaster Navin Parwal is a bilingual Toastmaster of English and Hindi clubs. He has been a Toastmaster since the past 10 years and enjoys Toastmaster as it is a platform not only to deliver and listen to speeches, it is a platform to bring out your creativity and explore the hidden talent within you. Over to you, DTM Navin, for telling us how can we be better in terms of language usage.
Thank you, Distinguished Toastmaster Sourav. And of course, today, it's my privilege to take up the role of a grammarian or language evaluator on however you may term it. And the reason I love this particular role because I had joined Toastmasters because I got inspired by seeing someone else perform this particular role. And I was totally mesmerized when he performed it. All right, so today, I'll be doing the same role, performing the role of the grammarian. And of course, as a grammarian, I've already begun to note some good languages, some good usages of English languages, and some areas where we could have improvised or could consider improvising. So in order to do that, I'd also be giving you a word of the day, and I'll also be giving you the phrase of the day, the idiom of the day. And more than that, I would encourage you all to also try to use enriching languages so that I can highlight it when I present my particular report. Now, okay, is it possible to get my screen shared? Yeah, thank you.
You are sharing a screen, sir.
All right, thank you. Okay, so as I mentioned, the language is the reflection of ourselves, and how we present ourselves depends a lot on the language that we use, especially when we want to deliver our speeches, our table topics, or our evaluations. So for today, I've got the word of the day, and the word of the day I've chosen is enigma. Enigma. It is something which is mysterious, something which you just cannot comprehend, or something which is difficult to understand in the first go. So let's have an enigmatic meeting, and of course, let's make it more interesting by using the word of the day, enigma. Right? Just an example. Madeline's nature was an enigma to him because she was very difficult for him to understand. So that's the word of the day for today, enigma. And the idiom for the day is something which we all like, I'm sure. We like to tickle each other's funny bone. That means to make one person or each other laugh. So let's try to use the idiom of the day to tickle one's funny bone, and I'm looking forward to listening to the speeches which tickle my funny bone today. And of course, as I mentioned before, try to use the words or the phrases which are music to the ears. Like I'm just giving a couple of examples. He had died, so just try to say he had given up the host, or something that she was rather than saying she was beautiful, she was like a rose. My beloved was just like a rose. So let's have an enigmatic meeting today, and let's see if we can get something out of the meeting today and come out or something from the grammarian report. So I shall be presenting it when I'm called by distinguished Toastmaster Sourav Dutta towards the end. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So that's the master. You already learned how, and it's a new way of introducing the language evaluator role. I've never done like this. So thank you, DTM Navin, again. And we are now going to move on to the third role in my team, which is the listener role, and that is being played by someone who's been a guest for multiple meetings, and we love him as a guest. I'm sure very soon he's going to adopt us as family as well. I'm seeing shadows of TMOD in him actually. So this time he's taking up the listener role, and that is Toastmaster Shalin Kotia. Toastmaster Shalin is a Toastmaster from the Pink City Toastmasters Club, Jaipur. He runs his own online business, a D2C website called SP Stores. In his free time, he loves to spend time with his family and watch movies and obviously attend the Gabbys meetings. Over to you, Toastmaster Shalin.
Thank you, DTM Sourav. A very good morning to fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. I am Toastmaster Shalin from Pink City Toastmasters Club, and I am acting as the listener for today's meeting. So I'm going to explain my role to you all. I'm going to listen to all the speeches today very carefully. Also, I'm also going to listen to whatever is being said during the meeting, again very carefully. And based on these two, I'm going to prepare some notes. And based on those notes, I'm going to ask you some questions at the end of the meeting when called upon by the general evaluator, Sourav. So whoever answers those questions is going to get my blessings. And over to you, general evaluator, Sourav. And last but not the least, please listen to all the speeches and whatever is being said during the meeting very carefully so that you are able to answer those questions. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Toastmaster Shalin, our listener for today. And that is one part of my TEL team. And in the Gabbys, we have got a TEL team, not the TAGL team. The TEL team, we have got timer, evaluators, language evaluator, and the listener. And the evaluators include the speech evaluators and the table topic speech evaluator. So we will be back towards the end of the meeting when invited by the Toastmaster of the day with my TEL team to give a report that is definitely going to be enigmatic. Not so enigmatic, but would definitely tickle a few funny bones. Thank you. And over to you, our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Sravan.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sourav Dutta. Before going to a next session, next step into this meeting, I would like to ask DTM Sourav Dutta, what was that your answer for that quest? When you are in sleep, where was that person gone?
Which person? I'm lost in the introduction. Can you remind me?
Okay. So, listener, please note this point. Toastmaster Sourav Dutta.
No, it's a memory problem, not a listening problem. Yeah.
I did talk about the memory the introduction of theme, Who Am I? So at present, your senses are active and you're listening to everybody, external environment. When you are in a deep sleep, where is that person who was listening all the things in your surroundings? Where that person will go in your deep sleep?
Where my mind wanders. Yeah, in
Who
places.
are
Yeah, my dreams are very forbidden, so not shareable in public. Thank you. Yeah.
No, it's a deep sleep, no
In the
dream
deep
at all.
sleep also, I go to all forbidden places, not publicly shareable.
All right. Okay, with that, let us move to the next thing, that is prepared speeches session for today. Today we have two wonderful prepared speakers. Toastmaster Nirmita is the first speaker. Her speech is going to evaluate by Toastmaster Paduka Kannan. I just wanted to confirm whether Paduka Kannan is in place. Yeah,
I'm there.
Toastmaster Paduka Kannan, thanks for the confirmation. Toastmaster Nirmita is going to deliver her icebreaker speech today. She is going to deliver under the presentation mastery pathway. Toastmaster Nirmita, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Yeah. Let me introduce Toastmaster Nirmita. Toastmaster Nirmita Bhattacharya is an HR professional with 16 years of industry experience. She has been living in Bangalore for the past 14 years with her husband and their 8-year-old daughter. Originally from Varanasi, she completed her schooling and college in Kolkata. Nirmita is passionate about traveling and cooking, and she finds deep fulfillment in leading a life driven by purpose. The speech objectives, I request Toastmaster Paduka Kannan to explain the speech objectives.
Toastmaster Sravan,
Yeah.
it's just an icebreaker speech, and you can just mention that the objective is to introduce yourself to the club and move on with the speaker.
All right, okay. Ladies and gentlemen, please join your hands together and join me in welcoming our speaker, Toastmaster Nirmita, to deliver her icebreaker speech. Give her a big round of applause to welcome her. Toastmaster Nirmita, stage is yours. Your time starts now.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Shravan. And hello, all fellow Toastmasters. Today, another exciting day over here and a very special day for Gabbys Toastmaster Club in this premise, in this facility. And we know why. So that thing brings a quick popular phrase in my mind, which is change is always constant, right? But at the same time, how many of us we have felt that change is fun, exciting, no? Or, oh, that's nice. Okay. And change being scary, uncomfortable. Wow. For me, all these things, what I have mentioned is true. Each and every part of it, like fun, exciting, scary, uncomfortable. My entire journey, it had been a collage of people, places, culture, emotion, sometimes thrilling, sometimes very uncertain, but always a transforming experience. And I will tell you how. So I was born in one of the oldest city in the northern part of the region, known for its spirituality, holy river, we know temples. As in my introduction, it was told already, Varanasi. As I was growing, not too many years, we shifted to another city very soon. And that was, again, a popular one, known for its tehzeeb, biryani, none other than Lucknow. Yes, very true. But as we were settling and I was getting into the rhythm of life, soon we moved to another popular city, now in the eastern part of the country. That time known as City of Joy, known for its intellect, heritage, food, sweets. It's Kolkata. Yeah. So I owe a lot to that city because that's the place where I have completed my schooling, my college. I started my career. I met my husband, who I know now for almost 25 years, and made a lot of memories. But how long I can be in the same place? So soon after my wedding, we moved to the Silicon Valley of India, our very own Bangalore, where we have built our life. We have explored new paths. We have grown, learned, and also welcomed my daughter, who is gonna turn 8 years old now. And already she has turned to be a chatterbox, asking infinite questions every day. So yes, so that's how it has been. Now, if I look back, this entire experience seems to be rich, vibrant, exciting. But it has not always been that exciting because each and every move was quite overwhelming. when you are settling, you are getting familiar to the faces, with the routine, neighborhood, suddenly leaving everything behind was not that exciting. It was like a short heartbreak every time. Because you are stepping into an unknown waters, new culture, new people. And for a person like me who believes in stability, each and every transition brought its own set of anxieties, which was not very comfortable. I was uncomfortable. And also, as it was enigmatic experience every time we were moving. So now, but gradually I had no way to look back, but at the same time to look at the silver lining and what is the gift each and every shift was giving me in my life. And thus I have found, of course, it was a gift because with each and every challenge or movement, I was discovering a new self of mine. And then at the same time, getting to know new people, not forgetting the old ones, and exploring new things, learning new things. And this entire experience has transformed me from a reserved and shy person to a person who is always welcoming, like who can always welcome any challenge with open hands, open arms, and at the same time can step into any room with 100 strangers and say hi and strike up a conversation. So that's the thing which I have got with all this experience, with the help of the people around, my parents, everyone. Now today, if you ask me, who am I? So I am a person who is a change embracer, who loves traveling without a fixed map, an explorer. At the same time, someone who believes each and every new conversation is an opportunity to learn, each and every movement is an opportunity to grow. And at the same time, I'm here in Toastmaster to know new people, to have new conversations, to learn new things, and shift self to be a better version of myself. So with that, thank you so much for this opportunity. Thank you.
Toastmaster Nirmita, can you wait for a moment? So it was a very apt speech that shifting the self, and the theme is who am I? Hello, Toastmaster Nirmita, are you there?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when you question who am I, so what was see, as a person, for few of them you're a mother, for few of them you're a wife. Sorry, for one person you're a wife.
One
For
person. And for one person, I'm a mother right now.
yeah, one person you're a mother, and for a few of them you're a boss in your office. For a few of them you're a subordinate. So among all these roles, what exactly what is your true self? What is that your true self wants to?
As I was mentioning, all this experience has built me as a different person. So I am everything, and I am very authentic when whichever role I am playing at that point of time. So right now I'm a Toastmaster and I'm very authentic Toastmaster himself. So that's how it is.
Very nice answer. You're being in the present moment. You're a speaker more present. You're the first speaker for today.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Thank you, Toastmaster.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah. Next speaker for today is an enthusiastic software engineer who merges his passion for technology with a desire to learn, frequently seeking out new locations to read and expand his knowledge. Nevertheless, his real passion lies in animal welfare. Toastmaster Ankur, he devotes his efforts to enhancing the lives of animals and is devoted to fostering enduring change. Toastmaster Ankur Vishwakarma, are you ready?
Yes.
Yeah. Toastmaster Ankur Vishwakarma is going to deliver his level 1 project 3, which is a duration of 5 to 7 minutes. This speech is going to evaluate by Toastmaster Nancy. Can I confirm her presence in this meeting? Toastmaster Nancy, are you there?
Yes, she is.
Yeah, okay. Toastmaster Nancy and is the evaluator for his speech. The speech title is "Do the Dots Really Connect?" Do the dots really connect? Toastmaster Ankur. Toastmaster Ankur, do the dots really connect? Your time starts now.
Steve Jobs said, "You can't connect the dots looking forward. You can only connect them looking backward." This line has stayed with me for over a decade. I still remember that evening in class 11th, where I and my friends, after coaching, then one of my friends says, "I love Steve Jobs. He's such a good entrepreneur." I didn't know what entrepreneur meant then. I thought because he built Apple, he must be a software engineer. And because I was preparing for computer science engineering, I was like, great, I'm already on the right path. Well, he shared with me the video of Steve Jobs, which had this line, which was Stanford University's 2005 commencement of class of 2005. I rewatched that video many times. It was deep. I didn't understand much, but I felt it. I felt it so much that it fueled my motivation to become a better engineer. I thought becoming a better engineer would help me in changing the world. Well, 2 years later, when I went to college and got access to the real internet, I got to know the people who built businesses were the people who created most wealth and impact. And since then, alongside BTech, I started diving into the stories of big businesses and the people who built it. And one evening in my third year, I came close to the leap. I called my friend and I told him the idea I had. He listened to it patiently. And when I told him, let's take a drop and build on this idea, he thought for a while and then he tells me, we have already completed 3 years in our college. Let's complete one more and then we'll start it. I guess he was right. I had forgotten that we came from a lower middle class family, and along with our dreams, we also carry some responsibilities. I shifted my gears. I started preparing for placements. Coming from not such a good college, I cracked some solid 8-9 offers from tech giants, startups. And you might have guessed that I chose startup for learning. I thought I won't be staying in job for much long. But this June, I completed 4 years at that same company. It wasn't like I forgot my dream. I kept venturing. I built small things. I invested. I learned. But I don't know, I kept waiting for that right time. I wasn't aware when was I to take that leap. And in this confusion, I was feeling a lot restless. I was constantly questioning myself, will I be able to ever take that leap? And during one such restless conversations with one of my seniors at work, he introduced me to a concept of game theory. That concept says you define your stop loss before you enter the game, not once you are in it. That line hit me deep. He gave a simple example. He said all casino players, all stock market traders, they define their stop loss as in the exit, how much loss or the gain will they make when they'll exit the market. And that day, I understood why I was postponing my decision. I have kept my stop loss to be very vague. When I'll stop learning. If you are hungry enough, I don't think learning ever stops. That day, while riding back from office, I redefined my stop loss. It was runway. How long can I survive without income? That night, I didn't sleep. I crunched down the numbers, how much money I had in my bank account, and I wrote down all my reasons. And early morning, I called my parents and close friends. They were surprised, but they saw it coming. Last Friday, fellow Toastmasters, while preparing for my first ever joke master set for the Saturday meeting at Toastmasters, I typed my resignation mail. My fingers trembled. I had 4 years flashing before my eyes: memories, challenges, growth, stability. And when I let my friend hit the enter to that email that read, "Hello team, as discussed offline, I have decided to resign from my position to pursue an entrepreneurial opportunity. And my last day would be 31st July 2025. Well, do the dots really connect? I don't know yet. I believe they will. When I look back, I hope I'll smile. I'll smile with gratitude. Gratitude for the people around, gratitude for the life that gave me so much experiences, and maybe gratitude for that 11th class evening on the terrace where a boy who misunderstood a video and still dared to dream. Because maybe dots won't connect till we start creating them." Thank you. Back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Yeah, Toastmaster Ankur, can you stay for a moment? Yeah, Toastmaster Ankur, thanks for a wonderful speech. And I wanted to ask you the same question. Who am I? When you question who am I, sometimes we may do the work or job for the survival. Sometimes we take the responsibilities from the society, from the family and everything, and we do it for the sake of others. Among all these roles which you play every day, what really you are, what makes you the utmost happiness in your life, who you really are?
I'll take a little long because I have been retrospecting about it a lot recently. I think initially when I started coming from a middle class family, as I told, it was all about money. Later, when I got money, I realized maybe this was not something I was running behind. What I loved was taking care of animals. And while I was taking this decision and I made a call to my home, my mother said, "Boy, you are earning already so much. Your generations will eat. Why do you want to take this decision?" I think what made me take that decision, maybe I am lucky that I have found this purpose so early in my life. I want to do like really big contribution for animals. That's why I am taking such big risk, because I know being in a job, getting some money and building some stocks, I won't be able to do it at that scale. I want to really do some big impact in their lives. And I feel at heart, I am a caretaker for animals. And for that, I would like to sacrifice whatever I earned, and maybe to some extent, some of my close ones. Like I have that much of conviction in that path. So yeah.
Yeah, wonderful. I wish you all the best for your future endeavors in process of caretaking the animals, Toastmaster Ankur. Thank you.
Thank you, TMOD Sourav.
Yeah. Fellow Toastmasters and my dear guests, as we started with the theme, Who Am I? And introspecting ourselves, who we really are, there's a ancient Vedic concept called Panchakosha, which reveals who really we are. It is from the Upanishad called Taittiriya Upanishad, which is a conversation between father and son. It states that the son asks father, "Who am I? Who am I really?" Then father says, "Go and introspect yourself, contemplate on that, and come to me, and then tell me what is that you have seen." And then he goes with that with that commitment, and he will go and do the contemplation on that. Who am I? Who am I? Then he realizes that I am nothing but a heap of food which I'm consuming every day. So that is the body which has given me for nourishing my body and giving me an identity. That is what I am. So he went back to his father and says, "Father, this is the food I am eating. So this is this is what I am. So whatever food I am consuming, that is me, that is one. Then father asks him, is that the only thing you are? Then again you go and contemplate on who am I? On top of that, what you are consuming the food. Because entire food will come into ourselves, and then it will die back into the earth, and again it will take the birth, the food also, as we are also. So the cycle continues. Because of that, we are nothing but a food we consume. That is what the contemplation he did in the first part. Next, we will go to the next topic, next layer of that Panchakosha. This is the first layer, which is called Annamaya Kosha. Next, we will go to which is a physical sheath. Next, we will go to the next layers. Before going to that, I would like to continue. I would like to go to the next session of this meeting. That is table topics round. Today, we have a wonderful table topic
Toastmaster
master.
Shravan, we will have 5 minutes of break before moving on to the next round.
All right. Okay. Fine. Then we will take a break for 5 minutes, and then we will get back at 11 o'clock. 11 or 11:01.
Yes.
Yes.
Good to
Yeah.
go.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. I hope everybody back to the meeting. Can somebody confirm with a hand raise or a thumbs up? Yeah. Okay. All right. Next, let us step into the next round of the meeting, which is a table topics round, which is a dynamic and very exciting round. Today, we have a wonderful table topics master who is an engineer in 2021 from NIT Allahabad. Since July 2021, he has been working as a software engineer at Radisys. His hobbies are playing badminton, chess, and going to gym. Please, ladies and gentlemen, bring your hands together and join me welcoming our table topics master today, Toastmaster Prasang Mani. Toastmaster Prasang Mani, stage is yours.
Thanks, Toastmaster of the day, Sravan. Hello, everyone. I'm the table topic master today, and as a table topic master, I will be giving you a topic, an impromptu topic, and then you have to speak on that topic for 1 to 2 minutes. As the timer mentioned, the timer will show the green card at 1 minute, yellow card at 1 minute 30 seconds, and red card at 2 minutes. And you'll have a grace period of 30 seconds. With this, I would like to ask for the volunteer who wants to take part in this session. If you want to take part, please raise your hand. We can take first from the offline.
Deepa has raised her hand.
Okay. Okay, so we'll go with Deepa. Yeah.
Spotlight. Can you put the spotlight on?
Deepa, you there?
Yes, I'm here. I'm just traveling, so I'm not on the video today. Sorry about it, but I'll take the topic.
Okay, so the topic for you is, if you could describe yourself using just 3 words, what would they be? If you could describe yourself using just 3 words, what would they be?
Okay. This is almost going to be like an icebreaker, as the theme itself is who are you, who am I? So as everybody else, I as well have been retrospecting myself as to who I am. But if I have to define myself into 3 words, one is going to be someone who is meek. Another would be someone who has been fearful. The third word to describe myself also is someone who has fought all of it to come out of all the negativity or the vulnerability. Reason being, I am somebody who has been raised by a single mother who was as young as just 11-year-old when she was married to twice her aged person. And then without having any education, without having any sort of financial support or any sort of family support, when my father met with an accident, my mother had to take up the responsibility of being a man and also a woman without, as I said, without anybody's support. And she single-handedly raised 3 children when she reached a point when she decided to give up on her life. But she chose to live and fight that battle, not only for her children, but also for herself and to also for my father. Because of her hard work is where I am today. I made sure that I studied and I paid off for everything that she had done. And today I'm an independent woman who has made everything on her by myself. I have my own house. I have given that shelter to my family. My mother, my father are living a happy life and a proud life. So this is how I would describe myself, saying coming from a journey of being a fearful, uncomfortable person to being rising as a fearless champion. Thank you. Over to you.
You have such a clarity of thought, right? I was thinking like if somebody asked the same question to me, I will become Gajani. I will not remember who I. What kind of question is this? Okay, with this, we'll move to the next person offline. We have a guest. Okay, what's your name?
Ashwin.
Okay, Ashwin. So the table topic for you is, who are you when no one is watching you?
Hi everyone, good morning. So who are you when nobody is watching? So that is a question which can't be answered. Sometimes it can be answered in some other cases. Like he mentioned, sometimes we go to forbidden things. We do things which we think because nobody is there to watch. So you do things which you like. But yeah, I for a person is, to be frank, I for a person is someone who loves to be where I'm being watched. I don't like being alone. So every day I have in weekends, empty time. So people just love to sit back, relax, sit, sleep. Rather, I just tend to go out, just take a walk, go with friends, just do roam around because that's what I like. Because I like doing things or keeping myself engaged. Even if I come back early from office, my colleagues used to say, "Why the hell are you waiting here in office?" I'd be like, what do I do going back? So I just tend to sit later. Even though if I get early, I'll just go back, I'll do some other chores or something, and then I just pull back my time. So and sometimes when I'm rather alone and I get lost in the reels, that is the only thing I get lost. That's like I keep scrolling and I don't know the time passed by. I just end up watching something. That is one thing. The other thing would be watching movies or something. But these would be my very, very last priority if I don't get any people to talk to, if I don't get anyone in the call, especially I always have my mom. And then like there will be some or the other people or randomly I get a text, or the worst case scenario is wherein I text all the buddies I know randomly so that I can sit and relax and simply reply them, but I won't reply immediately. I'll they should think that I'm busy. So I reply later. So I keep myself occupied, and if not, I go to spending my time simply. So that is what I do when I'm not alone. And other things is a mystery for you to think that I don't do. So yeah, thanks. Thank you.
What a nice take, and what a nice take. You mentioned about like not being lonely, right? You don't like being alone. That's me also. I don't like being alone. I need people with whom I can talk. And apart from that, you mentioned getting lost in reels, right? If you are not like doing something or talking to someone, you'll just get busy scrolling and you waste a lot of time. So better to be with someone and learn something with them. Okay, with this, we'll move to the next participants.
We have Satya.
Uh,
Satya.
okay. So we have offline. What's your name?
Satya.
Satya. Yeah.
Satya.
So the topic for you is, what is one thing that always makes you smile? What is one thing that is always makes you smile?
Good morning, all of you. I'm very happy to be here. My first meeting as a guest educator topic. Growing up, for me, I was a single child raised in a very small town in Tamil Nadu called Trichy. I grew up a very, very, very lonely kid, bullied a lot, and I had absolutely nobody to talk to, and I was always by myself. And therefore, who I am when I'm alone is pretty much what I am outside as well. A very, very talkative person, and someone who has felt very depressed at a very young age. I read a line in a book one day that kind of sort of changed my life, I would say. The line said, if I did not have a sense of humor, I would have killed myself a long time ago. Any guesses on who could have said this line? Charlie Chaplin, perhaps, or maybe Johnny Lever, Vadivedu, Tamil cinema. But no, it was a certain man called Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi, nobody big. But when I read that line kind of blew my mind, because I would have never thought that a lawyer like him, who kind of changed the destiny of a country, would actually say that if he did not have a sense of humor, he would have killed himself. So then I realized that to be able to smile and to have a sense of humor and to make that a way of life is the way of my life as well, because I was also in that kind of a place where I could have sort of taken my life if I'd wanted to. So I decided I'm going to smile and laugh no matter what. No matter what happens outside, no matter what kind of nonsense and I have to deal with on a daily basis, which everybody does, let me smile. So I'm that weirdo who will smile more when I'm nervous, when I'm angry. So right now I'm smiling, so you can imagine how nervous I am inside. And allowed to smile is that nervous I am. So yes, what makes me smile the most? Everything, sir. I kind of try to smile at everything. Take sense of humor as a way of life, and I recommend it to everyone. Thank you so much.
Thanks. It was quite a smooth take on the topic, and everything makes you smile. For me, especially, there's one thing which makes me smile is the kid. Whenever I see a small kid, right? I mean, they make me smile. I don't know why. Maybe their innocence or something, but the small kids make me smile. Okay, we can take the next participants online. DTM Mary?
Sure.
Okay, so the topic for you is, what do you think people misunderstood about you the most? What do you think people misunderstood about you the most?
Thank you, table topic master. I am an enigma. That itself makes me misunderstood. Who am I truly? I'm still searching for an answer. And I'm telling you, this is 50 years. I'm looking for an answer. So I would say people have misunderstood me in many ways. And it starts from childhood. As you know, our Indian culture is always stemmed in misunderstanding, suppression, patriarchy, you name it. So when you want to challenge that and come out of that, it's very tough, particularly 50 years ago. Parents misunderstanding, relatives misunderstanding, it's all there. But I reached a stage in my life where I simply cannot be remaining this way. That is why I'm here today. I want to hear some input from the young generation, or rather the generation after me. What do they think? And I need to be in line with that. I can't be sitting here thinking old school. So that is what it is. Never mind, I'm misunderstood. Most importantly, I think, or I feel, I need to understand myself first. And that is why I'm here. Who am I? Back to you, table topic master.
Rightly said, we are enigma for ourselves. We don't understand ourselves, and we are trying to understand others, but we never look inside ourselves. Right. With that, we'll move to the next. Sachin, yeah. Sachin, you there?
Yeah, I'm there, but I can't switch off my camera as I'm outside. So yes, I can take the topic.
Okay, sure. So the topic for you is, what is something you have unlearned about yourself in the last few years? What is something you have unlearned about yourself in the last few years?
Thank you. So far, almost a decade, almost 4 decades, I used to believe that I have multiple identities. I am a father, at the same time I'm a son. I am, a boss. At the same time, I'm a reportee of somebody. I'm a friend. At the same time, I'm an enemy of a lot of people because I'm a CFO, and honest CFO is an enemy to a lot of people because he raises the right concern. So I'm also enemy of a lot of people. So almost a decade, I believed this. Then something happened in 22 and 2024, which made me unlearn everything. So in 2022, when I was suffering from health and relationship karma, I happened to go to meditation called Vipassana. It's a kind of Buddhist meditation where you are not allowed to carry your phone, you are not allowed to speak for 10 days with anyone. And so pure reflection of yourself. There I unlearned everything and learned that whatever I am is a result of my past karmas. That was a true revelation. And from there, I learned that the life is a result of cause and effect. Then in 2023, I encountered another Buddhist practice which taught me that you are nothing. You are, and then I realized who am I when I encountered that practice in 2023. I realized that I am a Buddhist, I am a Bodhisattva who helps in office the other employees to achieve their true potential, who helps his friends to achieve success, and who helps a father who helps his son to achieve his potential, and a son who helps his parents to make them happy. This is what I have learned. And so all those earlier identities which I had, I have unlearned, and I have learned that I am a Bodhisattva. Over to you, Toastmaster.
It is very difficult to unlearn things which we have learned. And if you have unlearned that, I mean, congratulations to you, but it's very difficult. Okay, we'll have one offline.
Yeah.
Okay, so the topic for you is, what is something you love doing even if you are not great at it?
Something?
What is something you love doing even
Love doing.
Okay.
if you are not great at it?
Table topic master, can I know the name?
Parani.
Parani. ಜೀವಗುವಾಗಿದೆ ಹಾಳು ಜೇನಾಗಿದೆ I don't know. Definitely, I don't like singing, or I'm good at it or not. But really, I wanted to sing everywhere. But most of the time, I love to sing myself. Because normally, like our Ankur is an animal lover. I'm a human lover. I always wants my surroundings or people should not get affected by my speech or songs. So that's why most times I sing myself. Sometimes in Toastmasters also, because they are experimental rats, they can give some feedbacks also. They wanted to become experimental rats and I can test them too. So even though I'm not good at it, but I love to do singing everywhere. So as if you see Nirmita, what is that? She born and brought up from Varanasi and Mumbai, Lucknow, Kolkata. The way. Same way, I'm also wherever roaming. But finally, I feel like சொர்க்கமே என்றாலும் அது நம்மூரை போல வருமா என்னாடு ஆனாலும் பெங்களூரை போலாகுமா பல தேசம் நேசம் பாடும் தேசம் தமிழ் போல் இனித்திடுமா. That's the thing I'm not good at, but still I love to do. Thank you.
What is the thing? You know what is the best thing about your song? That I can't say it is good or bad because I don't understand. So if you want to play safe,
Like me.
yeah. If you want to play safe, share something which people don't understand. Okay, but yeah, it was a nice song and it was a nice take on the topic. With this, I would like to close this table topic section and I would like to hand over the meeting to the Toastmaster of the day, Sravan.
Thank you, Toastmaster Prasang. That was wonderful. Take Toastmaster Prasang for a moment. Yeah. I would like to ask you one question. Who you really are?
That's an enigma for me. Because, I was thinking about this question, I thought, and I was thinking that I'm going to say that I'm a Ghazni when it comes to this question. Because, I mean, I do a lot of things and, there are so many things I do. And then who I am, I mean, it's difficult to define for me. So I would say it's just an enigma for me. Once I get this, I will come to you and say who I am.
Thank you. I understand. It is very easy to understand others, what we think, but actually it is enigmatic to know ourselves. Fellow Toastmasters and my dear guests, before handovering the stage back to our evaluator for evaluation section, I would like to take you to the theme, to the conclusion a bit more. We had covered the physical sheath, that is Annamaya Kosha, which is whatever we consume, is also a karma which we consume. Our senses also consuming, our hunger is also consuming. So that consumption itself is also a karma. So that is the first phase. He realized again the son will go and ask the father. The father told that you go and then contemplate more on that, not just the physical sheath. Then he do the contemplation on that, and then he will come back and says, Father, it's a breath. That is the prana which is holding me. That is what I am. It's not only the physical sheath, the prana which is holding me is what I am. Again, Father replied to the son that go and contemplate on furthermore on that. It's not just your breath or your body. Then again, the son goes back and then do the contemplation on that. And again, he will come back that, Father, it's my thoughts which are making me, all the thoughts that are coming and that mind which is creating me, that is my identity. Then Father replied to him, you do contemplate on furthermore, you're not just a body, you're not just your prana, you're not just your mind, which is forming you and then making you an identity. And then the son goes back and then do the contemplation. What rest we will discuss after general evaluation round. Quickly, let us move to the general evaluation. Today, we have a wonderful general evaluator and an experienced Toastmaster, Toastmaster Sourav. Toastmaster Sourav, I request you to lead the stage with your evaluation for the entire meeting. Stage is yours.
Thank you so much. So let me start with the general evaluation section. So as I normally do, to avoid a long monologue at the end, I would be breaking my evaluation into three parts. First, I will evaluate whatever happened till this time, till this point of the meeting. Then I will invite the speech evaluators and the table topic speech evaluator. Then I will evaluate those evaluators, and then finally the timer, listener, and the language evaluator will come. So let me start with whatever happened during this course of the meeting. I always appreciate this in every single meeting of the Gabbys, that a lot of the things that you see going seamlessly during this meeting happens because a lot of hard work happens behind the screens, right? So one of the best things, and I think Shalin would agree with me, or DTM Navin would agree with me on this, that their joining this meeting has been an absolutely seamless process, right? They did not have to run behind anyone. They did not have to ask for this, ask for that. Even Parani, for instance, right? He joined us as a guest. So one of the things that a lot of hard work goes behind it in terms of the introductions, the evaluation resource, the everything that is required, right? It's there in one single place. So none of the role takers, none of the visiting role takers have to run behind each other and trying to get those introductions. So you absolutely make it so seamless. I would dare to say that you are actually spoiling Toastmasters, because I've heard that in other places when they go, they're expecting the same thing and they don't get it, and they're like, okay, that's how it happens at the Gabbys, and people get angry with us, right? So I think that's okay. I mean, we can make people angry for all the right reasons, but continue to do this great job, because this is how exactly it should be. Where joining a meeting should not be a hassle, but more of a happiness, right? So good job, the entire XCOM team, the PR team, the kind of posters that go out, and there's a lot of aggressive promotions that happen from the Gabbys. So I think the PR team is doing an incredible job. You can do a better job in terms of the social media, and this is something that I would want the VPs to kind of be a little demanding of the PR team, because I think you're doing a lot of hard work, but you are not demanding. If you're not demanding, then the PR team may fall short. If they're falling short, it is your responsibility, because you own the meeting. And when I say you own the meeting, you don't just own the meeting roster, you own the meeting promotions as well. You own the impact, you own the attendance, you own the overall experience, right? So you are the boss. And if your PR team is falling short in terms of social media presence, please do pull them up. Please do ask them. Please do request them to ramp up, right? So I think this is one feedback for the executive committee. Moving on with the meeting, I think the Sergeant at Arms, the meeting started exactly on time. Today we had a big hassle because I am one of the primary organizers of the meeting in terms of logistics, and due to some unavoidable reasons, I could not be there at the venue. And I think these are the moments when a resilience is tested. I'm in no way justifying my absence. I am sincerely and without unconditionally apologetic about it. Having said that, these are the moments which test our resilience, right? Where suddenly things don't go as planned, and then what do? Nothing else. You just continue to run the meeting seamlessly as you are doing. I think that's the test of resilience. So kudos to Nancy and the entire team that was there, Prasang and everyone who supported Nancy in setting this up. I absolutely appreciate the on the moment thinking that you guys did. When I see those two boxes in terms of setting up the camera, being resourceful, being thoughtful, all of this goes into it, right? The smart cookies you all are. Good job. Okay, so let's move on with the Sergeant at Arms. Prasang, you're getting better and better, but I'll come to your TTM role when I'm talking more about you. For now, I just know that you're getting better in terms of your Sergeant at Arms role. One feedback for the presiding officer, which is me, that I am making it a habit of not calling the meeting to order, not mentioning the meeting number. So I'm reprimanding myself in public, hoping that this will bring some sense back to me, and I will not miss mentioning the meeting number and calling the meeting to order as per the Robert's Rules of Order. My bad. Every time I promise myself I will not do this the next time, and I keep on doing it. So anyone who's hearing me and I'm not doing that again the next time, give me a cue, give me a hint, help me become a better version of myself. Thank you. And now I'll move on to the Toastmaster of the day. Shravan, you heard for yourself, there are a couple of people who joined this meeting for the theme, right? And I do see a couple of them, one of them still there. We did lose a few people though, and I'll come to that part. So what was good about the theme? It's a theme which is relatable. It is a theme that all of us think, particularly after a certain age, when we have stopped running, when we have stopped chasing goals, when we are done with all kind of competition. These are the questions which come back to our life, right? That who am I? What am I doing? What's my existence? What's my purpose of life? All those things. I think at a particular age it comes. It does not talk about. Sometimes it comes at an early age also. It depends on when the psychological or the the self-realization, the self-actualization need as per the master's hierarchy comes in. And I think you're doing a great job in terms of selection of topic. I also love the fact that you had some good engagement. So every role taker, you actually asked a question. That this one. So one thing is that number one, in terms of recommendations, remember to let the role takers know in advance that you are going to ask them this question. I think the role takers were a little unprepared when you asked them. They did not know what to say, right? So I think that's one of the things. Second, Shravan, this is I'm saying for the nth time. Please understand that a TMOD role is not a Gyan session. I want all of us here to please take a note of this, write it down, put it in your wall, whatever you want to do. But please, please, please remember the TMOD role is not a Gyan session. If you want to do a Gyan session, please do a keynote speech, talk to your VP, get a slot, do a 20 to 40 minutes. Let people come there with that expectation that, yes, I'm going in for some inspiration. I'm going in for some information. You are calling them in a Toastmaster meeting theme. This means they will get a chance to express themselves, right? And people are not here to listen to a lot of gyan. Maybe some pointing to right direction is fine. Now, whenever we talk about engagement, I've seen a trap. The team mode asks them to speak something on this topic, right? Which you were doing. Now, what essentially happens is you are running a table topic session for the entire meeting. Just think about it. There was a TTM section where there were certain topics given, and then the team mode came and gave certain topics again, right? So it was like a TTM session going on, right? So what you can instead think of is some innovative ways of engaging people. If you remember, Shubhashini is there in this meeting. She had done a meeting on music, and I absolutely loved the way she engaged people in that particular meeting. She did not ask people to say something about soul stirring and all that. She had a different version of it. Nancy has taken it to a different level. She is the master of engagement, if I would put that way. You know, the kind of activity she does. She makes people jump, sit, run around, do all kind of nonsense. We were not we all like that experience because we're not just talking again, right? So I'm learning from them. So please try to bring in different types of activity, avoid long monologues, and follow the agenda, because I think the total TMOD time that is being taken on screen by the TMODs in the Gabbys is far more than what's there on the agenda. So either revise the agenda or follow the agenda. With this, I would now, table topic master, Prasang, you are becoming so good, man. I mean, seriously, the topics, thoughtful topics, thought-provoking topics, and short topics. So you were absolutely on point. Great job. I absolutely loved your role as a TTM. Now let's move on to the two evaluators. The first evaluator for today is Toastmaster Paduka Kannan. And Toastmaster Paduka is going to, I'll give a short introduction of Toastmaster Paduka. Okay, so Toastmaster Paduka, I don't see that introduction here. I see an introduction of Nirmita. Okay, it's okay. I know Paduka well enough for me to introduce her. Toastmaster Paduka was an area director with District 92. She is one of the pillars. She was one of the pillars of one of the TCS clubs. I'm forgetting the name of that club, but it was one of the TCS clubs where she was one of the pillars. And then she brought all her expertise to the Gabby. She has been a VP membership here, and she's doing a formidable job in terms of inspiring, leading, and teaching all of us how to be a better version of ourselves as public speakers and leaders. So with this, I am going to invite Toastmaster Paduka to take the stage as the evaluator.
An icebreaker speech isn't just a first speech, declaration. In fact, a very strong declaration of, hey, this is who I am, and I'm ready to be the better version of myself. Rise and shine, Gabbys. Toastmaster Nirmita Bhattacharya has sort of depicted herself in a very confident manner, I must say, in an enigmatic way, elegantly and lucidly. In fact, the moment she walked in today onto that stage, even before she started the speech, right, her formal attire set the tone. So it sort of indicated how much she values this platform. So in fact, it's been a very long time since I've seen someone coming onto the Toastmaster platform in a formal attire to give an icebreaker speech. So well done on that, Toastmaster Nirmita. So I will be evaluating based on your content and your delivery style. Coming to the content part of it, a well-structured speech, right? In fact, your opening on the chain sort of indicated, and especially with the change, it's sort of started with an enigmatic way, I must say. So it sort of made me inquisitive, like, what is she going to talk about change on an introductory speech? So well done on that portion as well. You had a very good storyline. You had a lot of objectives. You sort of more descriptive about the places. Made me to understand how do you feel about the places. And to conclude, you sort of had some takeaways as well. So good job done on the structure of the speech. And in fact, the cherry on the top, I must say, is you were able to inculcate the word of the day and the theme of the day, I think on the fly. So it sort of indicates your adaptability and your presence of mind as well. Coming to the delivery style, you had a best engaging stage presence, right? You had this confident gestures, good eye contact, especially you had a smile throughout the speech, which I loved about it. In fact, all these things showed how you are at ease onto the stage. Generally, I don't add any recommendations for an icebreaker speech, but here I generally make an exception whenever I see the capability of the person who's on the stage. So in your case, I just wanted to make you aware about this movement. You have a lot of unconscious movement, right? It sort of indicated a little bit of an anxiety in a way, and it's also a bit distractive as well. This is quite a harsh comment for an icebreaker. I do admit that particular point. However, you're doing good, right? So I just wanted to make you aware about it as well. So to conclude, Toastmaster Nirmita, I think you're on a very right track. I could see that capacity and capability of becoming or acing the Toastmaster stage with a little bit of a modification or nuances if you could look over it. Thank you very much. Over to General Evan.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Paduka. Again, there's something about the way you deliver your evaluations, a lot of energy, a lot of involvement. It seems so fun that you're having. So it makes it easy for the speaker to absorb whatever you are trying to deliver. One thing is that if there is any recommendation that you feel that it's a little hard on the icebreaker speaker, better not to give it here. Right? It's always better to give it in person or send a WhatsApp message, something like that, because you may feel that you are kind of layering it with a bit of a soothing and all, in terms of the cushion, but that cushion may not be good enough, right? You never know. I mean, because we all have our own preferences of cushion, right? I mean, that's where it depends on where you're coming from and all that. So if there's something like that, better you give it in private, right? Instead of putting it in public. Thank you. And with this, I'll move on to the second evaluator. I absolutely don't need any introduction of hers. I know her well enough to introduce her. Our second evaluation is a charter president of the Gabbys Toastmasters Club. She is the current VPE of the Gabbys Toastmasters Club. She's a past area director, and she's also my partner in crime in the business that I run, Practive. So we are both directors and partners in the same company. With this, let me invite the second evaluator, distinguished Toastmaster Nancy Goel. Over to you, DT Nancy.
Toastmasters, do the dots really connect? That's the question that we have thought, but our speaker today has made us thought one step before this. We need the dots to make them connect. So start creating those dots. Toastmaster Ankur Vishwakarma, I must say, the moment you started the speech with the Steve Jobs quote, I was wondering, where is it going? Knowing you a little before Toastmasters and outside Toastmasters, I kind of knew it's a startup story. And you didn't fail me. It was a startup story. But what I loved in your speech was the storytelling technique. The storytelling technique that he used. He started with Steve Jobs' story. He had a character in his story that was him and his friend. Then he had a conflict where he wanted to talk about whether he should quit his college or he should move on. And then he ensured that that conflict is not big enough for him to make a choice and what followed next. So putting it all together, he walked us through the entire story in a beautiful manner. What I loved apart from the story was the fact that his delivery, he was looking at the camera, he was looking at the entire audience, he made an eye contact with everyone in the room. The voice with which he started the speech, the baritone, it was very low. We all were hooked. And then he picked it up heavily. The weight in his voice was ensuring all of us that we were on our toes to know what's happening next. So these were the things that I absolutely loved in your speech. Now, I must say a couple of things where I felt that you could have done better. Talking about the content, your message was very, very powerful. Connect the dots, but for that, have the dots. It was just like blink and miss. It just came and went. I felt that you could have spent a little more time on the message. That time, how you could have got that time, there were too many stories. Steve Jobs, your story, your college story, your startup story. You need to consolidate your story so that you have more time for the message and eventually spend some time on the message so that people understand that this is the message. Till the very last moment, I didn't know what the message was. Apart from that, I think you have done a fabulous job. I would say you have got a very good stage presence, you have got good vocal variety, you have got ample body language and gestures in your entire persona. Just ensure that your message is being listened by the audience. It's there for the audience. Thank you. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, distinguished Toastmaster Nancy Goel. So, couple of things here. So first of all, the way you're structuring the evaluation, I think it's getting better and better. This is more like getting into a copybook, it's like a textbook evaluation where you're starting with a connect. And if you notice one thing, Toastmasters, that this was a combination of message to the audience and message to the speaker. This oscillation is not easy as it seems. So one part of the evaluation, she was talking to us as a group of audience. One part of the evaluation, she was talking to the speaker. And this is something that is to be done because while the speaker is the subject of your evaluation, we are the recipient of the evaluation. That distinction comes out very clearly when you do an evaluation like this. Very good job, well done there. Your commendations were very meaningful, which means that it was sincere. So people understood that you are actually thinking what to say, which probably people would want to learn from there. It was not something like your speech was nice, your speech was good, like that. Very specific. Your recommendations as well. Now, a couple of things that I would want Nancy for you to consider. First of all, if you look at the last line, you had ample body language in your persona. What does that statement even mean? Right? So you need to think when you are already delivering an evaluation at this level, our expectation from you is very high. And then comes a sentence like this, you have ample body language in your persona, and I'm like totally thrown off guard. So are these two different personas that were there, the one who just concluded and the one who just evaluated, right? So don't puzzle us so much. I mean, what happens is when you speak a lot, you end up saying things that you did not want to actually plan. So package it so much, so tight and so sharp that you don't use such sentences. The second thing is when you are talking about body language, right? In fact, I would say this entire feedback about body language, this is something that was not even required. In fact, that was not even covered properly in your evaluation. Evaluation was more around vocal variety, about this, right? So I think that was probably not one of the tightest recommendations. You could have avoided that. I think of a better recommendation, or maybe even one recommendation is good enough if the speech was good enough. So you don't really need to have two recommendations. Seemed a bit of a half-hearted kind of a recommendation, but otherwise, my one strong recommendation would be this. Be very careful about the use of words and how you're packaging it. That's it. Thank you so much, distinguished Toastmaster Nancy Goel. Can we have a big round of applause for both of our evaluators, distinguished Toastmaster Nancy Goel and Toastmaster Paduka Kannan. Thank you so much, Paduka and Nancy. Yes, Sravan? You raised your hand. Okay, no issues. Okay, so we will now move on to the third evaluator, which is our table topic speeches evaluator, which is Toastmaster Shubhashini Jewelita. Toastmaster Shubhashini, over to you to evaluate the table topic speakers.
Thank you. Very good morning to one and all present here. So distinguished Toastmasters and the Toastmasters over here. As RG very rightly said, the table topic master has brought in amazing topics because table topic is all about hustle and heart. There is not much of evaluation that I think I had here, but I absolutely enjoyed the messages that came gushing, I think, during the session. So starting with Deepa, I just want to know if she's there in the room. Yes, Deepa. I didn't see her, but yeah, she's there. But okay, what are the things that I really liked about her table topics is that the three describable words that she kind of brought in a story, and she said how she transformed from being a fearful child, a vulnerable child, to get out of vulnerability, to get out of the fearful nature of hers. I think the story kind of really did justice to the table topics. A common recommendation would be that the three words could be like very clear, so that kind of stayed with us. So that's usually a Toastmaster style. So good luck and best wishes to you, Deepa. Going forward to guest Ashwin. The topic was who you are when no one's watching. I think there I was actually expecting you to tickle someone's ball, funny bones. You should have added the humor there. Definitely, I liked you refer to Sourav Dutta's, forbidden areas that you kind of referred from the meeting. That was like really spontaneous and nice. But apart from what you think, in table topics, you can always bring in some sort of nuances, like even if you don't do, but you can still bring in for the purpose of humor. Like, for example, you've seen, right? Like people talking to God, or, I just like, go open the fridge and, look at the fridge and then shut it. Like these could have probably, people can actually, make sense with it. So you could have had added humor is my recommendation, but overall, I think you just spoke your heart. So that was really nice, Ashwin. Moving to Satya. Satya, I didn't expect this. What is one thing that always make you smile? I just thought people would just directly start with my mother, or, if I'm going to just look at, my favorite celebrity on Instagram. But then I thought, did you misunderstood, Ashwin's topic and you started somewhere else? But then you brought in quote, you brought in a story, you brought in a beautiful message, all with a smile with what you actually said, your message, like no matter what, even if I'm nervous, I'm going to smile. That was a classic speaker style. I think you got it, and definitely look forward to listening more from you on various topics as well. So this is going to get stuck with all of us, the Gabbys quote. So amazing. Thank you for, taking us through that journey of yours. And let's also learn to smile through everything. I think that's amazing. So I think you brought an enigma to that topic is what I feel. Good luck to you, Satya. Moving forward to Toastmaster Mary. You started with the word of the day. Kudos to you. I think the beauty, you just turned around the topic. Yeah, I'm being misunderstood, but then I'm also I want to know myself. I think that is deriving a topic from the topic. So that shows that you're very unique in the way you think. And we all took the relevance that all of us play in understanding where we stand today. And in your speaking style, something that I learned is the pace that you kind of went with. The message was clear, the pace was clear, and you had the calm. And the last message, you left all of us with a message saying, know yourself. Doesn't matter if you're being misunderstood, but to know yourself is a beautiful message for us to take back home and reflect. And good speaker, and congratulations to you, Mary. Going forward to Sachin, the Vipassana man. Okay, amazing. What is one thing that unlearned? Even everybody would have thought, what is that we actually unlearn? The beauty of your topic and the way you brought in the timeline, saying from different years and the different practices that led you to transform. So I think that you really brought in very well, saying the past karma is the actual present for me, and the past and effect you spoke about. What I would actually recommend is, if you could have told two things that I unlearned, which probably could have come like a couple of times, so that it's instilled in all of us as well to reflect. I think that would be my recommendation. Otherwise, your journey is as inspiring as, for anybody to follow it. because Vipassana has been a faraway dream for many years. So very nice listening to you, Sachin. Congratulations to you. Going forward to Toastmaster or guest Bharani. Okay. So what you love doing, even if you're not good at it. We didn't expect that you'd actually start singing, but that is bold and brave. I think you actually the beauty of speaking is to speak the truth. To speak who we are, and the topic was so beautiful, and you definitely did that, and you correlated with Varanasi's our speakers, Varanasi, and her movement towards Kolkata and all of that, and you brought in and ended it with a song. Though you're not good at the music, but you definitely do. We all have to do something that we love, even if you're not best at it. And that was beautifully displayed in your, speech time, table topics time. And that was something very, very inspiring for me. That I had something learned as well. Because as a TMOD, like I have told, please sing. You don't have to be a singer. And definitely it felt like it's my scenario. So thank you for allowing us to understand that we can actually do things that we love to do, even if you're not so good at it. And that's a beautiful message from you. And congratulations to you, Bharani. With that, I've evaluated all of them. Thank you for such a beautiful messages that you all gave this meeting. Thank you.
Thank you.
Over to you, Julia.
That was our table topic evaluator, Shubhashini Breathless Jewelita. Shubhashini, take some deep breath now. You need a lot of pranayam exercise. Okay, good. So yeah, I think this particular role is also a test of your breathing capacity. Like as you see, very fast you have to do it. One way of reducing that, Shubhashini, is to setting a lot of context. Probably just stick to one recommendation. Is always a temptation. We are all Toastmasters, and that too we are Gabbys, so we all love to speak. But I think we can bring it down a little bit and just stick to one small recommendation for every speaker. Then you don't have to like this and then. Huh? Okay, so I think that's for the table topic evaluator. Can we have a big round of applause for all the 3 evaluators in today's meeting, please? Thank you. Good job, guys, girls. We'll now move on to the other role takers that I have in my team, which is the timer. Suchita, very quickly, I would just like to know if there are any disqualifications on the basis of time. And the rest of the timer report, you can put it on chat. In the interest of time, I'm sorry, I'm cutting off your screen time a little bit because I have to quickly move on with the meeting. We are way behind time schedule. So put it on chat, the detailed time. Sure. Thank you so much. We'll move on with our language evaluator, distinguished Toastmaster Navin Parwal. DTM Navin, over to you, sir.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Saurav. I'll try to make it as quick as possible because I know you're going behind time. Okay, so today, first of all, we've had excellent usages of the word of the day by a lot of our speakers. Just 1 second, how do I maximize it? Oh God, just give me 1 second. Yep. So the word of the day today was used by a lot of speakers today, including Sourav Dutta, Nirmita, Mary Thomas, and and some of the speakers had also used it twice, including our table topic master and Toastmaster Paduka, Kannan, and a lot of others. The idiom of the day was used by Shubhashini as well. And then there were just some areas which I thought I should point out. First of all, do try to see where we should use but and however. It wasn't used or misused a couple of times. And then there was someone had said 30 minutes of a grace period, whereas it should have been 30 seconds. That someone had said that we can take. It could have been we may take instead of can. And made me to understand to was irrelevant. So these were just some of the minor grammatical mistakes which I observed today. So probably we could just work on that. But there were a lot of good usages of languages which I would like to highlight. Someone said, I'm an authentic Toastmaster. You can't connect the dots looking forward. You can only connect them looking backwards, by Steve Jobs. Then we come from a middle-class family along with dreams. We also carry responsibilities. A wonderful way of expressing it. I didn't understand that video, but I felt it. Right? From fearful person to fearful champion. Never mind if I'm misunderstood. I need to understand myself first. If you are hungry enough, I believe that learning never stops. 4 years challenging before my eyes, memories, challenges, growth, and stability. All these are wonderful way of describing it.
A boy must misunderstood a video and still dare to dream. Unconditionally unapologetic about it. And then as our distinguished Toastmaster said, very well expressed, TMOD is not a Gyan session. Be careful of the words and how you are packaging it. Now, there were a lot of rhetorical devices which were used today. So I'll just be expressing some of them which were used properly. There were alliterations. That is when one word gets repeated, one letter gets repeated multiple times in a sentence. Shifting self, dare to dream. Table talk topic is all about hustle and heart. Please sing. You don't have to be a singer. Very well expressed alliterations. Then there were a lot of rhetorical devices based on some of the words repeated. We don't only carry dreams, but we also carry responsibilities. It's an anaphora because it starts with the same sentences, the same words. Epistrophe, when it ends with the same, connect the dots, but have the dots. Revise the agenda or follow the agenda, as expressed by distinguished Toastmaster Sourav. Then there were some analogies used. The chicken became a feathery monster. I rewatched that video and that video was deep. Who am I? I'm a heap of food that I'm consuming every day. Sachin, the Vipassana man. So these are some analogies which were described today by various speakers. I might have missed the names of some of the speakers. Sorry about it. Then there were some enumerated issues that when you describe one thing with multiple instances, who am I? What is happening within you? Inner enemies, fear, you can relate to the person. 4 years of life, memory, challenges, growth, stability. So 4 years of life are being described by 4 different words. Game theory is being described, that is, you define the stop loss before you enter the game, not once you're into it. So these are all different wonderful usages of enumerate ratios which were used today. Ellipsis, it is when you use a short form of this to describe the same thing, but you're able to understand it. For example, green card at 2 minutes, amber 2.5 minutes, and red card at 3 minutes. So it was used once today, the ellipsis. Then we had hyperboles. That is when you really exaggerate something. Rolling eggs with legs, feathery monster. My daughter is a chatterbox. It should have been box. Sorry for the typo. Asking infinite questions every time. So these are all hyperboles which were used. Then there were some personifications when you give some human attributes to them. For example, please join your hands together. If you are hungry enough, I believe learning never stops. So these are some personal or some personifications which are used. TMOD is not a Gyan session. You spoke from your heart, as the table topic master or evaluator had mentioned today. Then there were some triads, changes, scary, fun, and comfortable. Then there was some rhetorics based on the questions asked. That is when a user asks a question but does not answer them. That is when you are in deep sleep, where does this person go? Who am I? The TMOD had asked today. When you are in a deep sleep, where does that person go, Sravan Kumar? How many of you felt a change in comfortable, fun, and scary manner? Do the dots really connect, or will I ever be able to take a leap? There were a lot more rhetorical questions, but these are the ones which I could really note it down. Then when the user also answers the questions, that's known as hyperphora. Do the dots really connect? I don't know yet. I believe they will. What you have unlearned about yourself. And the speaker mentioned that is I'm an enemy of a lot of people, and Vipassana is the result of, and Vipassana taught me that I'm a result of my past karma. What is one thing that always makes you smile? No matter what happens outside, I will always smile. Was the answer given? And who are you when no one is watching? And so the speaker answered that I keep myself busy, and that's who I am. 3 words which describe yourself: meek, fearful, fought negativity, as Toastmaster Deepak had mentioned. So these were some wonderful uses of hyperphora. And apart from, so with this, my thoughts on language evaluation is that there are just a couple of ways to improve the English pronunciations. So decide on the option of English, break the words down into small sound, and slow down and be a slow talker and imitate an expert and practice and listen to yourself, record yourself, listen to yourself, and just see where you can improvise yourself and record yourself, and find a practice buddy, and of course, sing a song and be merryful. So with this, I would like to end my language evaluation for the day, and over to you, distinguished Toastmaster Saurav.
Thank you so much, distinguished Toastmaster Navin Parwal. And let me now invite our listener for today, Toastmaster Shalin Kotia. Shalin, in the interest of time, can we limit it to 3 questions, please?
All right. Can you hear me?
Yes,
Oh.
yes. Yes.
Toastmaster Nirmita Bhattacharya, who was our first speaker, she moved to which city from Varanasi? The second city that she moved.
Lucknow.
Lucknow is the right answer. Second question. What is the last working day of Toastmaster Ankur?
31st July.
2025.
2025. 31st July 2025.
That's right. Third and the last question. What is the current occupation / designation of Sachin? He was a table topic speaker.
CFO.
Yes, CFO is the right answer. I have many questions which I'll paste in the chat box. If you want to answer them, please do so. And over to you, General Evaluator.
So we'll get blessings online also.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll move on with this with the evaluation. So the timer, the language evaluator, and the listener. My quick comments on that. First of all, thank you so much, Suchita. I think it needs a lot of selflessness to agree to give up the screen time because we are behind schedule. And whenever a timer does that, I think that just demonstrates the good virtues that you have. So. I understand we are all here for speaking, but when you decide to give it up that chance, great job. Thank you so much, Suchita, for doing that. And thank you for sharing the timers report. Moving on to the language evaluator, sir. What can I say about your language evaluation? I learned from you. But I think, can I have you on camera, sir? Yeah. And but with all humility, I will point out a couple of things in your report. And I think when a student does that about a teacher, it just says how good the teacher was, right? So, so 2 things, sir. I think Sachin, the Vipassana man, I think that was an epithet which you did not mention in your epithet report. And I think you mentioned it in another rhetorical speech. I forgot what you said, but it was definitely an epithet. The second is, sir, the pronunciation of hyperbole. Hyperbole is actually one of the top 10 mispronounced words in the world. A lot of people pronounce it as hyperbole. And I think I did research on this and I found that it's hyperbole for everyone in this room. So again, sir, I even got to know about this word because of your grammarian report. So if I'm correcting you, that's my, I'm taking a leap forward. Thank you so much, sir, for being here and sharing this report with us. Moving on to the listener role, very well done, Shalin. Your questions were specific and your questions were such that it could only have been answered if you would have paid attention to the speech, right? So, for example, you did not say that which is the city of joy. That can be answered by anyone who has not attended the meeting. You asked from where to where she went. This can only be attended people who know Nirmita well enough or people who were there in the meeting, right? Or both, right? So that's how you did it. Very good job. Just at the end, just mention that as per your observation, were we good listeners or not? That should be the concluding line. So that's it. So that's it, I think, from my side, and we are way over time now. So I would request the TMOD to quickly wrap it up and hand it over back to the presiding officer, which will again be me. And with this, I hand over back to the Toastmaster of the day. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sourav Dutta, for a wonderful evaluation. I hope a lot of learnings from this evaluation, and we will try to work on that and then bring more improvement in our next meetings. So just to conclude my theme for today, the Who Am I? We discussed about the Panchakosha, the 5 sheets of the human being. We completed physical, prana, and then breath body, physical body, breath body, and then mind, manomaya kosha, which talks about the mind, and then only 2 parts are left, which is Vijnanamaya Kosha, which is called the intellectual body. Intellectual body talks about discrimination. The father asks the son, and again go and contemplate, and then he comes back and then he'll tell, Father, I found that discrimination power of me is what I am. I am differentiating from others. That is giving me an identity of separation from the other person. That is what I am. And then the fathers tell them, no, it is not that. Again, you go and contemplate on yours on top of that. And then he'll go and then do the penance on that and then contemplate on what it is. And then finally he'll come back and then he will say that happiness is what I am. The happiness, the very true nature of us is happiness. If you ask all of us in the Toastmaster meeting, what for your joining the Toastmaster meeting, you can say that gives me the immense pleasure, immense happiness. That is what I'm here. You go and ask any national leaders or international leaders, why are you doing this? They'll answer it for the happiness of myself. So ultimately, nothing but who am I is nothing but I am the eternal bliss of happiness for what I am doing now. With that, I would like to conclude my theme for today and hand over the stage back to our beloved Toastmaster Sourav Dutta, and stay tuned for the next meetings with the wonderful themes again from our Gabbys. Join us in the future meetings as well. And over to you, Toastmaster Sourav. Stage is yours.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Sravan, our Toastmaster of the day. As I always say, that adaptation is the success of success, is the secret of success. And I think when a team mode or any role taker, you adapt on the go, right? When you're seeing that you're behind schedule, you shorten it. When you see you've got a lot of time, you kind of add a few activities. That shows that you are a mature Toastmaster. That's a mature speaker. So good job, Shravan. I know you had quite a few other things to wrap up at the end, but you kind of cut it short. Thank you so much for that. Again, a good display of selflessness in terms of how you're driving the meeting. And the link has been shared for you to give your inputs in terms of who did well, who did better, who can be better, who can do better. And in the meanwhile, very quickly, as we are casting the votes, can I ask DTM Mary for her input? She has been there for the entire meeting, and also she has been on camera. So she's absolutely qualified to share her inputs. Yes, Nancy, you want to?
Saurav, I need your help with the QR code. It's not working.
Okay, I'm sending it to you again.
Yes.
In the meanwhile, DTM Mary, can we hear you, please?
Thank you, General Evaluator, distinguished Toastmaster Sourav Dutta. Well, it's been a long time since I've come for this meeting, and as I said, I came because of the theme of the day. The meeting is never, Gabby's meeting is never short of expectations. It always is over and above expectations. There's so many things I learned today. I did not know the meaning of the word Gyan, G-Y-A-N. I don't even know how to pronounce it. I think it's an Indian word, is it? I'm not sure.
Yeah,
okay.
Gyan.
It's Gyan.
Gyan?
Knowledge.
All right, okay. And then I also learned, I got some takeaway points on who am I? I mean, searching for answers, and that was good. The speakers were good. Table topic speakers, brilliant. I mean, what can I say? Language evaluator, I've got so much to learn from you. They always say that I'm the best language evaluator. Oh, come on. I'm nowhere near Toastmaster Navin. So I've got much to learn from him as well. It's a good meeting. I have to say this. And I just have one question, though, for the TMOD. What is the answer to who you are when you're deep asleep? Just give me one sentence. I just want a little pickup point from there. Who are we when we are deep asleep?
Well, there's a lot of research happened in Eastern and Western scientists and psychologists on that. When we go to deep sleep, we will get into that Anandamaya Kosha, which I said, the happiness. Once you come out of the sleep, you feel afresh. You wash out everything from your mind and you feel a happiness. That being, that is where the happiness shell we step into, which is a collective consciousness across the globe.
All right. So I think in medical, I would call it the REM sleep. I would think it's a REM sleep. It's a very active stage of sleep. I'm into sleep advocacy, so I just wanted to know a little bit more on what your take was. I was thinking of astral projection, going into the eighth dimension or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
So thank you very much. I'm so glad I was here today, and so glad to be in touch with everyone. Thank you very much, distinguished
Yeah,
thanks.
Thank you so much, DTM Mary. And one thing good about Sravan, he's a very good reader, and culturally he is very well oriented. So he plays flute, he plays violin. So he's a man of many parts, a lot of talent. And Shravan, it very clearly shows in the depth of your knowledge, whatever you just discussing. I'm sure we can have a keynote session on this as well sometime whenever you're ready. Okay, do that. I think that will have a lot of interest. Okay, so we also have a few people in the room, Satya and Rajesh, and I think there's Ashwin. Yeah, if you guys can quickly want to share while we are casting the votes, and yeah. Satya.
Yeah, it was great, Saurabh. I'm coming back to a Toastmaster meeting after a long time now. And it was great fun. Due to certain circumstances, I had to leave during COVID. I was part of Dell Sukti Toastmasters Club, so I have been a Toastmaster for a couple of years and been on the lookout for a good Toastmasters Club to be a part of since I left Sukti. So I'm glad to be here today. So yeah, it was excellent. And I saw some very new role takers. I've never seen that in our Sukti meetings. So that was very exciting and new. So wonderful meeting. Thank you so much for having me. Yeah, thanks.
Thank you so much. And the man sitting to the left of you will tell you that your search for a good Toastmaster club ends here. So I think, and I think he knows Sukti as much as he knows the Gabbys. And so now he'll tell you why. Yeah, why your search ends here. Yeah, Rajesh, go on.
I am the unpaid brand ambassador of the Gabbys Toastmasters meeting and unpaid partial member of the Gabbys member as well. One thing I'm happy always whenever I'm getting a chance to attend the meeting, and sometimes I get regret when I get not able to attend the Toastmasters Gabbys meeting, but still I refer. You have YouTube pages. I go whenever I need reference, whenever if I want to take up any role, or if I want to suggest to someone to take up role, go Gabbys Toastmasters YouTube channel and see that. That is what I used to say to my club members. I'm glad to be here once again. Thank you so much for a great experience.
Thank you so much. And we have Toastmaster Parani. Very quick, 20 seconds. How was it?
It's awesome. Excellent.
Okay, that makes our day. We'll move on to the next person who was our guest, which is Toastmaster Ashwin. Toastmaster Ashwin, not our guest, Ashwin, soon to be a Toastmaster. Ashwin, how was it?
Yeah, it was actually great. Like it was completely different from what it was, and I attended it years ago, and now I needed to know how it works in hybrid. So this is actually pretty cool how you're managing it, and it's completely new. So it's great, and it's so much organized. So that's great. Glad to be a part. Thanks.
Thank you. And as I always say, I was telling someone the other day, a good meeting is a good meeting even if it happens online. A bad meeting is a bad meeting even if it happens in person. So the mode of the meeting does not define the quality of the meeting. The role takers do, right? So a good speech does not become a bad speech because you're giving in front of a camera. And a not so great speech does not become a great speech even if you're giving it on a stage, right? So don't get obsessed with the platform that it's online, hybrid, in person. I think what is more important is that, is this the right platform for me to learn? And one of the things I would want to say in my signing off, I always say the biggest strength of the Gabbys is in the fact that someone like Deepa can come here and say that she has been raised by a single mother and that her mother got married at the age of 11 and that the kind of struggle she went through. Why? Because she feels this is a safe space for her to share that. She won't be judged. More importantly, she feels this is a space where if she shares it, someone can get inspired by that story. It is not like throwing a diamond in the dustbin, right? And that's what we do here. We collect the diamonds and then we get inspired from each other. So thank you so much for inspiring us every week. And we will now talk about those people who inspired us the most, which essentially means those who have been voted as the best role takers for today. Let me quickly close the response first. Okay. So and was accepting responses. So we're not accepting responses anymore. So the votes casted are the finals. So the best role taker, the auxiliary role taker for today, I think without a doubt, we did not have any doubt because this person, as I said, is like the guru of the grammarians, which is distinguished Toastmaster Navin Parwal. He's not there right now in the meeting. He has got some other commitments, so he had to take our leave. So thank you, DTM Navin, in your absentia. We are privileged to have you here. The best auxiliary role taker for today. So that was the best auxiliary role taker for today. The best table topic speaker for today. Okay, this is very interesting. We have a very mixed chart, and the winner today is someone who has been a past Toastmaster of Dear Sukti Toastmasters Club. So congratulations, Toastmaster Satya. Soon to be Toastmaster again, Toastmaster Satya, for a wonderful table topic. The best thing, Satya, you were not very clearly audible because of the mic issue, but still your message got delivered and it created enough impact for people to actually vote for you, which clearly means that you resonated with the audience in the right way. The best evaluator for today. We had two wonderful evaluators, two of the best evaluators of the Gabbys. Tough competition. At the end of the day, it was distinguished Toastmaster Nancy Goel, who was the best evaluator. Congratulations, DTM Nancy. And finally, the best role taker is yours truly. Thank you so much. I appreciate this. And with this, I would adjourn the meeting number 238 of the Gabbys Toastmasters Club. We'll meet you on Tuesday at 7:30 p.m. of the meeting of the Gabbys Online Advanced Toastmasters Club. See you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.